Vegas, we are now starting some development with a kind of like a professional soccer teams here. So hopefully we can have more and more like a Healy made soccer jersey coming to Vegas soon. Here is one of like inquiry that we get from like very beginning of 2016. For us, it's like for the company, we've been working with all kinds of customers from all over the world, but it's always very exciting that we can work with all kinds of like startup businesses. This is one of the special cases when the inquiry comes from us from is a customer from Canada, so they're asking for us to order some basketball uniform stuff, and end up we close a deal, which is about like $1,068, and is about 7 items, and total about 140 pieces product. That means in a average about 20 pieces of each item. Back then of 2016 for our company is actually a little bit quite difficult to handle this kind of like order. Normally we can kind of like turn down a request. But yeah, the owner of the brand exists, Justin, and we find out he's only a 25 years old young man. He was very passionate, aspiration about his business vision. So back that time, we think we'll try to help the young man, but also it's quite a bit challenge for the company. But on the other side, we find out that also back then in the market, this kind of like a flexible ordering and production demand is keep on like increasing. So instead of turn down the request, we think we may give it a try. And then, but in order to like handle all this kind of like flexible production solution, we need to do all kinds of like adjustment from the whole production line. For example, start from like a fabric supply. Instead of we get every kind of fabric in by orders, we need to stock actually all kinds of different fabric, and then make sure that all this production can be started right away when the order is being placed. And the second is the workshop like adjustment. Traditionally, the mass production like workshop is not more like a suitable for the small orders. We need to set up a special team in the production lines just to handle all these kind of small orders. And second, we need to preset and standardize all kind of like a size patterns to make sure that when all this order can be adopted to all kinds of different SKUs, that we can give us a much more like efficiency and then faster turnaround. And even more with the like evolution, like industrial evolution going on, we got more and more kind of like a custom-made facility is coming to the production line, like some kind of we call it digital printing and digital cutting. So this is kind of like enable us to handle all this kind of like difficult custom-made productions goes like easier and faster. And also back then, the delivery solution, instead of sending all the goods to their like Toronto office, we start to drop shipping all the goods direct to his customer's door. So with all this like a process going on, it's about, we kind of like, it take about 2 years, but both of us, we put a lot of effort. It's not like a snap of fingers, but with all the problem and difficulty we've been going through, we finally get a kind of like a quite smooth path about how to collaborate with them and also the other customers. So at the meantime, while the new development of all these kind of online digital procurement tools like Alibaba.com, which is like enable all the businessmen that can do kind of like global sourcing in a lower cost and more like convenience. And all this kind of the new like opportunities create all kinds of also kind of like a possibility for even the new business generations. For startup entrepreneurs can kind of like use and turn on their business vision by use all kinds of new options, like through nowadays a lot of like Alibaba live streams. Buyers can really kind of start to do and learn and even deeply talk with the suppliers online, and kind of enhance the frequency of deep like communication with the supplier, which really give them a nice, easier access to understand the supplier, and with in this case also without any kind of like a very expensive international like traveling costs. So with all this kind of like a flexible solution and kind of powerful tools we give to access we are really glad to see the growth of the companies from a kind of very beginning stage and come to nowadays $1 million business. And today, we are actually very proud that we have the founder and CEO of Sizester is come with us. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the founder and CEO of Sizester coming far away from Toronto to join us in the conference, Justin Avery. Okay, cool.
Avery, and I'm the founder of XZ Sportswear. I just want to take the time quickly to thank Zip because back in 2016, I was 24 years old, and he believed in my vision. At the time, I had never sold any apparel at all. He believed in it. I brought him a whopping $1,000 order on my first sale, and I did that through Alibaba.com. And without platforms like that or conferences like this, we wouldn't have been able to connect. So I was just glad for the platform. I'm glad for conferences like this to be able to connect. And after 7 years of business together, right? It's been about 7 years. We're now doing over $1 million in purchasing products through his factory.
Yeah.
We also outfit over 500,000 athletes across North America. I started off with a dream, and I told him I'm going to build one of the biggest sports brands in the world, and I'm on my way to doing that after just 7 years. And I hope to be able to tell you guys the rest of this story in another 7 years. So thank you guys so much. Again, my name's Justin Avery, and I'm the CEO of XZ Sportswear.
Great. Thanks. Cool. Yeah. So thanks so much to Justin. So it's what a great story that we come through Alibaba. And so here is another like a story that we work with another UK customer. Because with all the time going, we find that this kind of flexible ordering solution is not only important for kind of startup business, it's also quite a very powerful tools for any even established business for them to kind of like reach out to the new business opportunities. So this is a case from sports local brand from UK. So traditionally when they kind of just order from us like about twice a year. So every time it's about 10,000 pieces, which is quite good. But when the time goes on, the competition is quite high. So they start getting some kind of problem like excess in inventory and then have some problem with the turnover. So we start to offer them kind of option that you can flexible ordering everything. You can basically place orders that when you get the orders from the customer, then we use kind of like a very fast turnaround solutions. So give them nowadays up to about also 7 to 8 year business. This customer, instead of place 2 orders to us, nowadays they can, each year we get hundreds of orders from them, and the total order volume is about 10 times compared to what we used to do. So, and after all, I think going forward, from Healy, we'll stay on top of all kinds of latest new development of sportswear and casual wear. So if any people here get this kind of request, please feel free to contact us. I believe that in the company with our own design, production, and production team under the same roof, I think over 200 people in this Healy team will make sure we give you all the kind of best possible experience. And in the September, also, we are going to join the EPE event, which is a massive like a promotion in the coming months. So if anybody have any kind of like request, please feel free to let us know. And last but not least, we come in all the long way to here. I'm traveling about 15 hours in the freight trying to get here. So besides like say hello to everyone, I would like to also tell everybody that our country is finally open. So everyone is welcome to visit the city and the country. We will not just show you some of the greatest state-of-art like manufacturing facilities. It will be also a great honor to introduce you guys some of the great authentic Chinese food inside of Panda Express. From one of the most like a famous foodie city of China. I'm from the city called Guangzhou, AKA the city of flowers. Overall, all I want to say is that welcome to Alibaba.com. and welcome to China. That's all for my speech. I'm out. Thank you so much.